Namo Buddhaya, meritorious children. We are happy to meet with you again to share the wonderful message, the wonderful teachings realized by a Buddha. So let us go for refuge to Buddha Dhamma Sangha and observe 5 precepts before we go for the Dhamma sermon. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now, children, there's a challenge for you. What's the challenge? You have to observe the 5 precepts and protect it. Now, there's another main challenge as well, that is to always remember the refuge. Keep the refuge from the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. We should not get away from the refuge, from the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. So, the moment you start thinking unwisely, you are away from the Buddha's refuge. But the moment you start and continue and think, keep on thinking according to the Buddha's realization, you have the refuge from the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. So that is the greatest challenge, and the next challenge is to protect the 5 precepts. So let's observe the 5 precepts and observe these 5 precepts until I meet you again in next Saturday in the program. Then in next Saturday again you'll have a strong determination to observe and protect the 5 precepts. So if you break the 5 precepts in between, again observe it. So it's always good for children and for adults to observe the 5 precepts early morning. After you wake up, after you brush your teeth, go to the Buddha statue, sit and offer a glass of water, light a lamp and observe the 5 precepts. At least observe the 5 precepts. Then before you go to sleep, again observe the 5 precepts, because in the daytime, maybe without, due to lack of mindfulness, you would have broken a precept. So if you can observe the 5 precepts in the night before you go to sleep, then you don't have to worry. Even if you die in the night, you are virtuous. You are virtuous. So let's observe the 5 precepts. I observe the precept of abstaining from killing beings. I observe the precept of abstaining from stealing. I observe the precept of abstaining from sexual misconduct. I observe the precept of abstaining from telling lies. I observe the precept of abstaining from taking intoxicating drinks and drugs. I follow these precepts for happiness in this life, for rebirth in heaven, and to realize the Four Noble Truths. In this Gautama Buddha's dispensation, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now, let's learn the Buddha's teachings. Let's go for the sermon. Namo Buddhaya. Dear children, we decided to teach you the Buddha's 32 signs, the special marks of the Supreme Buddha. The reason to get that special mark, and then what that mark is, and then how was Buddha benefited with those special signs. This will be a new session in this program, the Buddha's 32 marks, the great signs of the Supreme Buddha, the 32 marks of a great man, or else the 32 marks of a Supreme Buddha. So, children, in each and every program from today onwards, we will try to teach you about 3 or 4 signs in each session. So one day when the Blessed One was living at the Jeta's monastery, at the Jeta's grove, in the monastery made by Anatha Pindika, Buddha preached like this: a great man who possesses these 32 marks has only 2 destinies. So, if he chooses to stay at home, he would become a universal monarch and rule righteously without using weapons or violence. So, if a person possesses 32 marks, have these special 32 marks, if he stays at home, he will become a wheel-turning monarch. That means he will rule the entire world, and also all the people in the world will be protecting the 5 precepts. Because of the great power of that wheel-turning monarch, or you call it universal monarch. That's why he ruled righteously without using weapons or violence. On the other hand, if he chooses to renounce the world, that means if he leaves the lay life, he would become a fully enlightened Buddha. So we have met that great Buddha who would dispel ignorance and illuminate the path to end suffering. So that Buddha will abandon the ignorance and then teach the path to Nibbana. So now remember, there are 2 people, there are 2 persons who will have 32 signs. One is a wheel-turning monarch and the other great person is a Buddha. So what are the 32 marks of a great Buddha? We will learn that there is a purpose for each of these 32 signs, and wholesome actions that the Buddha did to obtain all 32 characteristics, and there are great fruits from that good karma. So now you will learn one by one. Let's learn the first one. The first great sign is he has level soles for his feet. The great man places his foot on the ground evenly. The Buddha places his foot on the ground evenly, not like ours. He raises it evenly and touches the ground evenly with the whole sole of his foot. Then now let's learn the reason to receive a foot like that, the past good karma. In his past lives, he practiced wholesome actions such as right conduct through speech and body, generosity, observing and protecting 5 precepts, observing 8 precepts, respecting those worthy of honor, and various other wholesome behavior, and also taking care of parents. So when I read the good deeds of the kids who send emails to us, then it comes to my mind that these children are following what Buddha has practiced in past lives. How fortunate these young children are. So, and then the effect of that special sign, when the Buddha has level soles for his foot, there's an effect from that special sign. Then Buddha preaches, as a result of these wholesome actions he practiced in his previous lives, he enjoyed happiness and bliss in heaven, that is in past lives. After passing from there, he became unmatched and unsurpassed. So the Buddha became unmatched and unsurpassed. He steps evenly on earth and cannot be beaten or challenged by anyone. If you do not want to be challenged and by beaten others, what should you do? Respect your parents, abstaining from killing living beings, respecting the elders, being generous. Those are the things. So then no one can beat you and challenge you. People came to challenge the Buddha in many ways, but no one was able to win. People came to debate with Buddha. People scolded Buddha. The people who scolded the Buddha, they became arahants. They came to scold and accuse the Buddha, but then Buddha was able to remain calm and teach them how to overcome anger. And they realized, oh, we got angry at others because we had anger. Buddha does not get angry at others because Buddha does not have anger. Even other people do things to get angry. Buddha does not get angry because even if other people do things to get angry, Buddha does not have a nature to get angry. There is no such nature in the Buddha to get angry. In the same way, the great Arahants were also able to live without getting angry. So as children, you should practice from now onwards to not to get angry, and that will be a good habit, a good practice in life. When you practice this for a long time, that will be easy for you to do wholesome deeds, children. So that's the first sign. Then the second great sign. The second great sign is he has 1,000 spoked wheel marks on the soles of his feet. In past lives, the Buddha brought happiness to many people. See, Buddha has given happiness to many people. He protected them from all dangers and threats. Now I remember some children during the coronavirus, during the corona pandemic, they went to neighbors' houses and they have stick notes and written their contact numbers saying, dear neighbors, if you have any problems, if you need any help, please call us. So look, they didn't wait till people come to them. They went to neighbors, they went to people and told, if you need, ask us help. Aren't they doing what Buddha has done in past lives? See, dear children, how wholesome deeds gives us a protection. It's like holding a great umbrella. A person who is raising a great umbrella, he won't get wet by rain. So when you practice wholesome deeds, you won't get wet by bad thoughts and by bad karma. Then he protected them from all dangers and threats. See, as a result of that good action, what did Buddha receive? The fruit of these deeds led him to experience happiness in heaven. And after passing from there to here, to the human world, wheel marks on both feet were found. Those wheel marks on both feet were found. He was honored by gods and men. He was honored by gods and men. All beings, good and bad, are attracted to his teachings. See, when you give happiness to others, even bad people like you. Now see, Angulimal, he liked the Buddha later. There was bandits, demons like the Buddha. There were demons who liked the Buddha. There were kings who were not good, but then to the Buddha they were good. But to other people, bad. But to the Buddha they are good. What's the assurance? Doing good deeds, giving happiness to many people. Children have a strong determination to give happiness to others. So we learn two signs today. So there's one more sign I can teach you. The fourth and the fifth sign. So we can cover 5 signs today. The third, fourth, and fifth great signs are. Now I'm going to teach you 3 signs. He has long heels, long fingers and toes. And his body is as straight as a Brahma. Very straight. Not hunchback or very straight body. When people looked at him, he looked very brave. During past births, he abstained from killing and living beings or using any weapons. He gave up weapons and clubs. Now people, even for a small incident, what do? They take weapons and clubs. They don't understand that they would experience happiness in future, even if you are unable to live happily in this life. Now, why do people take weapons? Why do people take weapons and clubs? To survive in this life. But in many births, in many lives, that is to come in future, you will suffer. They don't understand that this life they will survive somehow. But sometimes for 500 lives, in 500 future births, they will suffer for something done in one life. But if you do something good in one life and give up the desire for this life and think of the happiness of many lives to come, that's how Buddha thought in past lives. So we should have a broad mind to think about the protection and think about sansara and do things. So when we perform action, we should remember the nature of sansara. Sansara is the journey of being born and dead, again and again. So if we think of the sansara, if you remember sansara, you will think, before I do something, will this affect my sansara in a good way or in a bad way? Will this give me many results in this life and many results in future births? Then, especially before you do an action, you should think, how much will it affect my this life? How much would I be benefited in this life, and will I be benefited in future births? So if you only benefited a little bit in this life, and if it is affecting many future births, don't do that. If it is affecting your future births in a very bad way, don't do that action. But you can do actions that are good for this life and also for many future births, just like Buddha did. So during past births, the Buddha, he abstained from killing any living beings or using any weapons. He was ashamed to kill. You should be ashamed to kill living beings. And acted with compassion. As a result, he was born in heaven, and as a Buddha, he is gifted with long life. And no one can take his life. See, Devadatta tried to kill the Buddha, but Buddhas cannot be killed. Buddhas will live the whole lifespan and will attain Mahaparinibbana. See the benefits, children? Can thieves, robbers take it away? No. No one can steal the good karma. But material things can be taken. So today we learn 5 great signs of the Supreme Buddha on the first day. So may you have the opportunity to have a pleasant mind, to develop a pleasant mind, a good mind, and be happy with the Buddha's great qualities, the great signs, and then try to develop the good deeds that Buddha has done in past lives to achieve those special marks and experience the effect, the protection from those good actions. And may you have the opportunity to live a peaceful life until you attain the blissful state of Nibbana. And we bless you to realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. Children, now we have come to the most difficult session. Why it is difficult? Meditating. Children, when they close their eyes, some they fall asleep. Some they close their eyes and slowly they open one eye. Slowly they open one eye and see what's happening. Don't do that. So now you have to close your eyes and keep your mind in one place. Don't think about the past. Don't think about the future. Stick to the present. Think according to what I say. Follow the Buddha's great qualities. Think of the Buddha's great qualities. When your mind goes out of track, when your mind goes away from the meditation object, get back to the meditation object. Don't dream. Now sit in a comfortable posture. Keep one palm on the other palm. Cross your legs. If you are sleepy, you can do walking meditation. But listen to me. Now listen to me and think according to what I say. My great teacher, Supreme Buddha, eradicated passion, hatred and delusion. Supreme Buddha, eradicated unwholesome deeds, cultivated wholesome deeds, guarded sense faculties, controlled sense faculties, even in secrecy, did not commit any misdeeds. Children, our Buddha, he guarded the eye, ear, nose, tongue, body and mind. He saw things from the eyes, but never got attached, did not get angry, or did not get deluded or deceived. That's why we say that Buddha controlled the sense faculties. The sense faculties are eye, ear, nose, tongue, body and mind. Other people can't guard them. Buddha was able to control the eye. Buddha did not have the desire to see everything in this world. But normal people, ordinary people, they want to see everything as they wish. And if they can't see what they want, they feel sad. Buddha never got sad because Buddha did not have such wishes to see whatever he wanted. Even if Buddha sees unpleasant things, Buddha did not get sad. But normal people, ordinary people, when they see unpleasant things, they get panic and sad. Buddha did not get sad because Buddha had a purified mind. Buddha did not have craving. Supreme Buddha eradicated the desire for seeing forms, for hearing sounds, eradicated the desire for smelling odors, eradicated the desire for tasting flavors, eradicated the desire for touching tangibles. Tangibles are the feelings that you experience through your body. Eradicated the desire for thinking thoughts. In this way, the great Buddha is an Arahant. Arahant, Supreme Buddha, realize the Four Noble Truths without anyone's help. In this way, the Supreme Buddha is Samma Sambuddho. Samma Sambuddho. Samma Sambuddho. Supreme Buddha was able to see the past lives. So the passing away and rebirths of other beings. Supreme Buddha eradicated all taints, obtained psychic powers. Supreme Buddha developed great virtue, concentration and wisdom. In this way, the Supreme Buddha is Vijjacharana Sampanno. Vijjacharana Sampanno. Supreme Buddha followed the path to Nibbana and achieved true happiness. In this way, the Supreme Buddha is Sugato. Sugato. Supreme Buddha understood all worlds and escaped from all worlds, and the Buddha is known as Lokavidu. Therefore, the Buddha is known as Lokavidu. The Blessed One understood that there are many worlds, that human beings are born among animals too after they die. Human beings are not always born among human beings. So by understanding that nature, by understanding and realizing many worlds, the Blessed One escaped from all the worlds forever. That's why the Buddha is known as Lokavidu. Supreme Buddha became an incomparable teacher for taming others with great compassion. In this way, the Supreme Buddha is Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarathi. Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarathi. Supreme Buddha became a great teacher for gods and humans. In this way, the Supreme Buddha is Satta Deva Manussanam. Supreme Buddha taught the excellent Dhamma without holding anything. Without holding anything. In this way, the Supreme Buddha is Buddha. Buddha, Buddha. Supreme Buddha developed all these great qualities and was unique to have all these qualities. And the Buddha is known as Bhagava. 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 The Blessed One is an Arahant. He is free from lust, anger, and delusion. The Buddha is a Samma Sambuddha. The Blessed One realized the Four Noble Truths without a guidance of a teacher. The Blessed One is Vijjacharana Sampanno. The Blessed One developed psychic powers, attained special knowledges to see past births, future births, and purified the mind. The Blessed One was unique in wisdom, was unique in virtue, concentration, and wisdom. That's why the Blessed One is known as Vijjacharana Sampanno. The Blessed One followed the Noble Eightfold Path, and that's why the Buddha is known as Sugata. The Blessed One escaped from all the worlds. That's why the Blessed One is known as Lokavidu. The Buddha helped many beings to become good, worse to good, and develop their good qualities to a great extent. Even the people who had good qualities, they were not able to attain Nibbana. They had some qualities. Even for such people, Buddha helped them to attain Nibbana. That's why the Buddha is known as Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarathi. Even thinking of Arahant Angulimala would help you to understand the Buddha's great quality of Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarathi. The Buddha became a teacher for gods and humans. That's why the Buddha is known as Satta Deva Manussanam. Buddha taught this Dhamma out of compassion, without holding anything back. The Blessed One is known as Buddha, and the Blessed One was able to develop all these qualities, and that's why the Buddha is known as Bhagava. He had all these qualities and he was unique. The Blessed One was the one and only person to have all these qualities. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Slowly open your eyes. Namo Buddhaya. Children, now we have come to share the good deeds of our kids from all over the world, from the kids all over the world, from Australia, England, America, from Italy. So let's start reading the good deeds the children have done. We live in Canada, and my children watch the Mirror of Dhamma program every day since coronavirus started. So mother is writing this. We watched the 2020 March 28th Mirror of Dhamma program, and my children would like to submit the following merits they do at home. Namo Buddhaya Bante. Now the kids are writing. My name is Ariana Ahimsa. I am 6 years old. 6 years old, watching the program. My Miley's name is Jaden Tummin or Thammin, and he is 3 years old. We do good deeds at home by doing the following. Now this girl is 6 years old, Ariana. Mali and I help wash rice every Saturday and Sunday. So they wash the rice before the mother cooks. To make Kiribat for the Sadbuddha Vandana while reciting Buddhanusati. So these children, while they're reciting the Buddha's great qualities, while recollecting the Buddha's great qualities, while saying Itipiso Bhagava Arahan Samma Sambuddha, they wash the rice to make milk rice for Sadbuddha Vandana. After watching a Dhamma program, stories every night, I explained to Malli how to collect good merits. As he is only 3 years old, he likes listening to my explanation. Both Malli and Akka are very good. Malli and I help Tata unload the dishwasher. Malli and I help Ammi fold laundry. I think after they fold the clothes, the parents have to fold them again. I hope it doesn't happen so. I help take care of my 3-year-old Malli. I teach my Malli ABC. How about 1, 2, 3? You can teach numbers also. Malli and I clean our workstations daily. Very good. When my Ammi got arm pain, Malli and I massage her arm. I would like to share all the merit I earned today with all the Bantes and nuns around the world. I would like to share all the merit with everyone who has the coronavirus. May they get well soon. And I would like to share all the merits with my Dhamma friends around the world. Theruvan Saranai, Namo Buddhaya, Dhanushka, Karunatilaka. So that's sent by the mother. So the daughter is Ariana Ahimsa and Mali is Jaden. So may, by the power of the merit accumulated by Ariana Ahimsa and by his brother, may all of us realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation, and may Ariana and his brother and all the family members and their parents realize the Four Noble Truths by the power of all these merits in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now there is another message from Yasiru Jayasundara, and he has done a nice presentation. I will read the presentation. So while I'm reading, Shraddha TV, will play his presentation done. I think he has used some software. My name is Yasiru from Melbourne, West Mahamevuna Wasapuwa. Melbourne, West Mahamevuna Wasapuwa Dhamma School. I am 11 years old and turning 12 this year. So Puta, don't be fond of getting old. I learned Dhamma from Pingwat Vanaratana Swamin Wahanse at the Melbourne West Asapuwa. Before that, I learned Dhamma and Paritha chanting from Pingwat Dhammaramani Meyanyan Wahanse and Dhamma Bhashini Meyanyan Wahanse at Melbourne West Mahamevuna Anagarika Asapuwa. These days, I can't go to the Asapuwa, so I have been watching the Mirror of Dhamma program and I have been attending to Kalamu Dhamma Friends Zoom sessions. Very good. One of my good deeds I practiced during this pandemic period are every evening after the Buddha Vandana, I chanted the Mahamangala Sutta, Ratana Sutta, Karani Metta Sutta, Kanda Paritta, Mora Paritta, Angulimala Paritta with my mother. I also practiced loving kindness and breathing meditation. I observed Sil on Vesak Poya Day. Now for the Posan Poya Day, we are doing an online program. You can join in the online program. You can join to the online Sil program and observe 8 precepts from your time. You can start at 7 a.m. from Australian time and join the program for 8 hours. I would like to share all the merits I have collected with you for making these Dhamma sessions possible. So he is rejoicing in the merits that we have done. I also want to share my merits with Pingwat Loku Swamin Wahanse, Pingwat Vanaratana Swamin Wahanse, Pingwat Dhammaramani Meyanyan Wahanse and Dhamma Bhashini Meyanyan Wahanse. Thank you for giving an opportunity to all the kids around the world to listen to Dhamma when they couldn't go to the Asapuwa. Also, I would like to thank you for organizing Kalamu Dhamma Friends sessions for Melbourne on Thursday. So, now the Melbourne and Sydney program will be conducted on Tuesday. Okay? The Zoom session for kids in Australia, Sydney and Melbourne on Tuesday, Perth and Adelaide on Thursday. And Saturday for kids in Dubai, England and North America. So for Australia, only Tuesday and Thursday. So that's our Pingwat Yasiru Jayasundara Puta. The next email is from Vinuja Jayavikrama. My name is Vinuja Jayavikrama. I am from USA. After listening to the Mirror of Dhamma program, kids program, me and my 2 brothers, Hansaja, Senuja and my little sister, and my parents every Friday, we learn a lot of how to treat our grandparents. Remember, we have grandparents, okay? They should be taken care. Most of the grandparents are neglected. We learn how to treat our grandparents in a better way. So we invited our grandparents to my house. They have invited their grandparents to their house and we cleaned their feet and we cut their nails and massaged their feet and gave them great food. And we feel really happy. We feel extremely happy. I invite other kids to do the same. See, after listening to Mirror of Dhamma program, after listening to other children's good deeds, because I didn't teach how to take care of grandparents. I just read some emails, good deeds done by other kids, how other kids take care of their grandparents. So by listening to those good deeds done by other children, these 3 kids have invited their grandparents to their house and cut nails, cleaned their feet, and massaged them and offered them delicious food. This is wisdom, compassion, loving kindness. Let's all of us rejoice in the merit done by these children. So may all of us rejoice in that merit, and may these children also, and may all of us realize the Four Noble Truths by the power of this merit in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Then the next email. My name is Senul and I have a twin brother named Vinul. I live in England. I really miss my Dhamma class because when I go to Dhamma class, I feel positive and get inspired to do good deeds. I love to help my family and friends when they are upset or get hurt. I like to see everyone in this world happy. I like to see everyone in this world happy. What is that? Puta, you have loving kindness. So this thought should be there, always maintaining in your mind. My mother always encouraged me to listen to Dhamma programs because it helps me to make a better person. Whenever I listen to our Supreme Buddha's teachings, I feel very calm and relaxed. So lots of merits to Lokaswamin Wahanse and to all the other Swamin Wahanses for teaching me this wonderful Dhamma. Then he has a question. Swaminas, I need to ask a question about, can you explain all divine worlds, please? Okay. Now, there are 6 divine worlds. First one is Chatu Maharajika, then Tavatingsa, then Yama, then Tusita, then Nimmanarati, Paranimata Vasavati. So how many altogether? So Chatu Maharajika, Tavatingsa, Yama, Tusita, Nimmanarati, Paranimata Vasavati. There are 6 divine worlds. But then the lifespan is increasing. For an example, Chatu Maharajika, 50 human years is one day in Chatu Maharajika. Then in Tavatingsa, 100 years in human world is one day in Tavatingsa. Then in Yama, 200 years in human world is one day in Yama. Then in Tusita, 400 human years is one day in Tusita. So like that, 400, 800, 1600, it increases. So that's a short explanation about the 6 divine worlds. We'll do in upcoming program Puta. We will explain more about the 6 divine worlds. So Behema Ping Senul Puta for writing us and clarifying your doubts. So let us all of us rejoice in Senul Puta's good deeds, and he has good thoughts. He has thoughts of loving kindness. So may he be able to overcome anger, and may all of us be able to overcome anger and realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So today we learn many good deeds done by other children. So I received messages telling that, emails telling that they don't feel like asking questions from me and sending emails to me. Why? They think that I'm getting tired reading the emails. Never mind, children. Bhante is also passing a message. Bhante will be getting a merit. Swaminas will be able to accumulate a merit by sharing your good deeds and helping other children to good deeds. So when you compare to people who are getting tired for sensual pleasures, what is this? So I'm very happy to read your emails. So in the last program, we had a lot of emails. That's because we couldn't record this program weekly. But now the coronavirus in Sri Lanka, the curfew has reduced. Now people can move around. So not everybody is locked down, and the workers can, the people in Shraddha TV, they can move around. So we could be able to record weekly. So then the emails won't get piled up. So you can send emails to us and share your good deeds, and that will make the program very successful. And may all of us realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. Dear children, now we have come to the session of Paritta chanting. Chanting the Buddha's teachings to gain protection for our lives. So during the Buddha's time, back in Buddha's time, when Lecchivis were affected by 3 fears in Vishala, in the city of Vishala, the 3 fears were drought, then diseases, and also demons. So these are the 3 fears that affected the people. Then the Blessed One, out of compassion, visited the city of Vishala, and then he chanted, the Blessed One chanted the Ratana Sutta. And afterwards, Arahant Ananda, Venerable Ananda was instructed and advised to chant the Ratana Sutta by memorizing it and remember it by heart and chant the Ratana Sutta. And before that, Venerable Ananda took alms bowl and filled with water, and Venerable Ananda chanted the Ratana Sutta and sprinkled that water in the city of Vishala. And afterwards, the city of Vishala was the city of Vishala came back to normal, the people came back to normal, and then it became a place for human beings, suitable for human beings to live. So since we are also going through a hard time because of this corona virus, we should also gain protection from the Ratana Sutta. So now we are hoping to chant the Ratana Sutta in Pali and English both. So if you have this book at home, please get ready with this book. Take this book and sit on the floor, but don't keep this book on the floor. Hold it by your both hands, or keep it on a table, and then turn to page 19, and then turn to page 19. Then you will find the sutta, Ratana Suttang, the Jewel Discourse. So the ones who does not have the Padita chanting book, don't worry. We have added a link. If you are listening through the YouTube or through the other media platforms, there will be a link. You can go to that link and find it. The others, they can chant together with me. And next time, you can go to the Mahamevanava Buddhist Monastery's website and find and search for Ratana Sutta. And you can go to sereencolombo.org website, and also over there, if you search for Ratana Sutta, you will find the text, the sutta, and next time be ready with the sutta to chant together with me. So now let's chant the Ratana Sutta. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Yanida bhutani samagatani Bhummani vayani va antalikhe Sabbeva bhuta sumana bhavantu Athopi sakkacca sunantu bhasitang. Whatever beings are assembled here, whether on the earth or in the sky, may all these beings have happy minds. Listen closely to my words. Tasma hi bhutani sametha sabbe mettang karotha manusiya pajaya divacaratta haranti ye baling tasma hine rakhata appamatta. Pay attention, all you beings. Show kindness to those humans who by day and by night offer much merit to you. Therefore guard them diligently. Yang kinci vittang idavahurang va saggesu ayang ratanang panitang nano samang athi tathagatena idampi buddhe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu. Whatever treasure in this world or in other worlds, or whatever precious jewel is in the heavens, none is equal to the Buddha. In the Buddha is this precious jewel. By this truth may there be well-being. Khayang viragang amatang panitang yadajjaga sakya muni samahito natena dhammena samathi kinchi idampi dhamme ratanang panitang
etena saccena suvatti hotu. The calm Sakyan sage found the undefiled, dispassionate, deathless Nibbana. There is nothing equal to that state. In the Dhamma is this precious jewel. By this truth may there be well-being. Yam Buddha setto parivannai sucing samadhimanantari kanyamahu samadhina tena samorna vijjati idampi dhamme ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu. That purity praised by the Buddha, called concentration with immediate result. That concentration has no equal. In the Dhamma is this precious jewel. By this truth may there be well-being. Ye puggalattha satang pasattha chattari etani yugani honti te dakhineya sugatassa savaka ete sudinnani mahaphalani idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu. The 8 persons praised by the wise, these 4 pairs are the gift-worthy disciples of the well-gone one. Gifts given to them yield abundant fruit. In the Sangha is this precious jewel. By this truth may there be well-being. Ye suppayutta manasa dalhena nikkamino gotama sasanam hi te pattipatta amatang vigaiha Ladha mudha nibbuting bhunjamana idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu. Those who are well trained, freed from all defilements, and with minds firm in Gautama Buddha's training, upon attaining Nibbana, they plunge into the deathless, freely enjoying the liberation they have gained. In the Sangha is this precious jewel. By this truth may there be well-being. Yathinda khilo pathaving sitosiya chatubhivate asampakampiyo tathupamang sappurisang vadami yo ariya saccani avecca passati idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu. As a stone post firmly grounded in the earth cannot be shaken by the 4 winds, so is the superior person, I say, who clearly sees the noble truths. In the Sangha is this precious jewel. By this truth may there be well-being. Ye ariya saccani vibhavayanti गम्भीरपञ्येन सुदेशितानि किञ्चापि ते हन्ति भुसप्पमत्ता न ते भवन्नट्ठमं आदियन्ति इदम्पि सङ्घे रत्नं पनीतं एतेन सच्चेन सुवत्ति होतु. Those who comprehend the noble truths well taught by the Buddha of deep wisdom, no matter how negligent, would not take an eighth existence in the Sangha is this precious jewel. By this truth, may there be well-being. Sahavassa dassana sampadaya tayassu dhamma jahita bhavanti sakkaya ditti vicikiccitanca sīlabbataṃ vāpi yadatti kinci chatuva pāyehi ca vippamutto චචාබිඨානානි අභබ්බෝ කාතුං ඉදම්පි සංඝේ රතනං පනීතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්ති හෝතු. For one who has attained to right view, three fetters are at once abandoned: self-centered view, doubt and clinging to wrong practices, freed from the four planes of misery. He is incapable of committing the 6 major wrongdoings that lead to hell. In the Sangha is this precious jewel. By this truth, may there be well-being. Kincapi so kammang karoti papakang kāyena vācā udacētasāvā abhabbo so tassa paticcādāya abhabbatā diṭṭha padassa buttā idampi sanghe ratanang panītaṃ etena saccena suvatti hotu. Though he might do some evil deed by body, speech or mind, he cannot hide it. Such is impossible. For one who has seen the Dhamma, in the Sangha is this precious jewel. By this truth, may there be well-being. Vanappa gumbe atha pussitagge gimhana mase pathamasmin gimhe tathupamang dhamma varang adesai nibbāna gāmiṃ paramang hitāya idampi buddhe ratanaṃ panītaṃ etena saccena suvatti hotu. Like woodland groves in blossom in the first heat of summer is the sublime Dhamma taught by the Buddha, leading to Nibbāna and giving the highest happiness. In the Buddha is this precious jewel. By this truth, may there be well-being. Varo varanyu varado varaharo anuttaro dhamma varang adesai idampi buddhe ratanang panītaṃ etena saccena suvatti hotu. The excellent Supreme Buddha, the knower of Supreme Nibbāna, the giver of Supreme Nibbāna, the bringer of Supreme Nibbāna, taught the excellent Dhamma. In the Buddha is this precious jewel. By this truth may there be well-being. Khinang Puranang Navannati Sambhavang Viratta Chittayati Ke Bhavasming Te Khina Bija Virulhichanda Nibbanti Dhira Yathayam Padipo Idampi Sanghe Ratanang Panitang Etena Satchena Suvati Hotu. The liberated ones all karma is destroyed with no new arising. Their minds not drawn to future birth. Their old seeds destroyed with no more growing. The Arahants fade out, just as this lamp has done. In the Sangha is this precious jewel. By this truth may there be well-being. Yani dhabhutani samagatani bhummani vayani va antalikhe Tathagatan deva manussa pujitam Buddhang namassama suvatti hotu. Whatever beings are assembled here, whether on the earth or in the sky, we respectfully worship the Buddha, honored by gods and humans. May there be well-being. Yani dhabhutani samagatani bhummani vayani va antalikhe tathagatan deva manussa pujitam dhammang namassama suvatti hotu. Whatever beings are assembled here, whether on the earth or in the sky, we respectfully worship the Dhamma, honored by gods and humans. May there be well-being. Yani dhabhutani samagatani bhummani vayani va antalikhe Tathagatan deva manussa pujitam sanghang namassama suvatti hotu. Whatever beings are assembled here, whether on the earth or in the sky, we respectfully worship the Sangha, honored by gods and humans. May there be well-being. Etena satchena suvatti hotu. By this truth, may there be well-being. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Buddhaya. Now we have come to the last session of the program, and we have to share merit with the people who contributed for the expenses of this broadcasting through the Shraddha TV, Shraddha and YouTube channel and all the other media platforms. So there's a lot of people working in Shraddha TV and a lot of things to be done when they come for recordings. So for transport expenses, then to maintain the cameras, to maintain the studios, and all these things are done with a lot of expenses. So all these expenses are covered from the donations that people make. The people who contribute for the programs get a chance to gain a merit by helping to propagate the Buddha's teachings. And I think you would have heard today, from the today's program, from the past programs, how children have started doing wholesome deeds by hearing to other children. So that was done with the help of your support by contributing, by donating for the expenses of the programs. So today we have to share merit, especially with meritorious Tushara Sanjay Vaduge Upasaka and Yamuna Vasanti Vaduge Upasika. So they are the one who is sponsoring for the program today. So let us share merit with all the gods, with all the Brahmas. May all the gods rejoice in these meritorious deeds, and may they protect us, may they protect everyone in this world, and may they help us to overcome from this coronavirus. And may all the gods realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And may all the departed relatives of all of us, may all the departed relatives of the people, the family who contributed for this program, may all the departed relatives throughout their sansara, and may all the departed relatives of all of us rejoice in this merit, and may they be well and happy, have happiness, have happiness, have happiness, and escape from suffering as soon as possible. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now, the parents who sponsored for this program would like to bless their children who is celebrating the 19th birthday, that is son Tisara Riveen Malkit Heva Vaduge, and son Kisaja Riveenaka Malkit Heva Vaduge. So may those children and may everyone who's taking part in this program rejoice in this merit, and may everyone be well and happy, have long life, and be protected by the Devas, and may their all good thoughts come true, and may all their relatives be well and happy, and may all of us realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And also, let us share merit with our teacher Lokasamin Vahansa. May our Lokasamin Vahansa and the monks of Mahamena Buddhist monasteries and all over the world, and the nuns of Mahamena Buddhist monasteries and all over the world be well and happy, have happiness, have long life, develop in Shraddha, virtue, in the knowledge of Buddha's teachings, and in effort and in wisdom. And may all the monks and nuns, including our Lokasamin Vahansa, realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And may everyone, may all of us, may everyone who support the Shraddha TV, who support for the monthly donations, who make the monthly donations be well and happy, have happiness, and may all their good thoughts come true. May they get protected from the coronavirus, and may all of us, may all of them have good lives and realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So hope to meet you again on next Saturday, but I'm waiting to receive some good deeds from you all and then to share with other children. Namo Buddhaya, Theruvan Saranai.
මෙවැනි වටිනා ධර්ම දේශනා නැරඹීමට ශ්‍රද්ධා YouTube චැනලය සබස්ක්‍රයිබ් කර සීනුව ලකුණ ඔබන්න.